Hello. Welcome to a new series of training capsules from the English Advisorship focused on the Educational Pathway 2022-2026. Consider using the general competences of this educational pathway and the communicative competences to plan your teaching experience during this year 2023. Start here by listening about indicators of learning in the lesson plan. Nothing gets teachers more excited than innovating their teaching experience. What do you believe to be essential for the learning process this year 2023? Consider getting the most out of this training capsule by taking notes or making yourself sure about having all the documents handy. Like any other training experience, use your motivation to have an energetic start. First, let's outline some key aspects about these booklets designed as an important tool for English teachers. This booklet provides English teachers with important information about suggested indicators of learning for the pedagogical mediation. This school year, teachers must write their own indicators. These documents intend to be another resource that teachers can or might use as a reference to write their own indicators for planning and assessment. Each of them include a sample instrument for registering in class progress and performance scales for oral exams. All the suggested indicators will help teachers to measure the goals, assessment strategies, and the three learning strands: learn to know, learn to do, learn to be, and live in community, set in the English curriculum when designing their lesson plans. As a result, learners can achieve the expected level of performance in the target language according to the CEFR. Let's continue explaining the concept of communicative competence. Most of English tasks to be accomplished in class have a meaningful communication objective, for example, solving a problem in a given scenario. The CEFR defines competences as the sum of knowledge, skills, and characteristics that allow a person to perform actions in society. They are comprised of general and specific competences as shown in the graphic organizer. General competences consist of knowledge, skills, and abilities to learn, and existential competences that are not language-specific, but learners use them when performing all kinds of actions including language activities. Before diving into more content, let's define what an indicator of learning is. According to the Ministry of Public Education 2015, learning indicators are descriptors of observable behaviors that indirectly provide information necessary to carry out the evaluation process of school activities. Learning indicators can be used as reference to assess the achievement of abilities, skills, competencies, and attitudes that are connected with the learning goals and assessment strategies of the English curriculum. Let's see what characteristics should learning indicators have. MEP 2015 establishes a list of characteristics learning indicators should have. They should: it be coherent with the nature of the subject, abilities, skills, and competences included in the curriculum and lesson plan. It be observable. Include one single aspect to observe. Written in a clear, precise, and comprehensible way that allows one single interpretation. Provide relevant information about the learning process. Now, how many indicators do we write per each assessment strategy? This actually depends on the complexity of the competence. There are some that only need 1 or 2 achievement indicators, other twice as much. There is no recipe that says how many indicators should be written for each competence. Then, how many achievement levels do we have? We have 3 levels: achieve, in process, and not yet achieved. Not yet achieved, in which the learner cannot achieve the task. In process, in which the learner can achieve the task with some difficulty and needs improvement. Achieved, in which the learner can achieve the task without any difficulty. By the way, you may find some assessment scales for formative and summative evaluation of the proposed tasks in the official guidelines. Every learning journey and experience needs great planning at its base, especially for your learners. I want to let you know how to incorporate indicators of learning within the lesson plan. Let's set your experience up for success. While teaching, oral comprehension, written comprehension, oral production, written production, remember that there should be a connection between the goals, assessment strategies, indicators of learning, and pedagogical mediation for each competence. The written indicators for each assessment strategy and goal must be incorporated in your lesson plan. They are scaffolded to ensure the learner achieves the assessment strategy and ultimately develops competency. You need to include all the indicators when planning, not only the ones you want to work with. They are written as small, essential steps that help to achieve the assessment strategy, the goal, and finally to develop competency. You will find some examples on how to integrate the indicators of learning in the documents provided by your English advisor. Well, I hope to see you soon in the next training capsule. Thanks a lot for your time. Let's work together to make this new educational pathway a great experience. That's all for now. Goodbye.